Ashley Judd, stupid fucking slut. You can't sue someone for calling them a cunt.
Why would you want to sue someone for calling them a cunt? Did you mean you can't sue someone for calling you a cunt?
If you can't handle the internet, fuck off, whore.
Fair enough.
I wish Ashley Judd would die a horrible death. She is the absolute worst. Ashley Judd, you're the reason women shouldn't vote. Twisted is such a bad movie, I don't even want to rape it.
Well, I've never seen it, but I'm pretty confident in saying I wouldn't want to rape it. And rape what exactly? A DVD? Because I gotta say, that hole, much too small.
Whatever you do, don't tell Ashley Judd she'll die alone with a dried out vagina.
Ew. It's not the concept of a dried out vagina that gets me. I quite like dried apricots. It's more the way you overemphasise the word vagina.
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 If I had to fuck an older woman, oh my God, I would fuck the shit out of Ashley Judd. That bitch is hot AF. The unforgivable shit I would do to her.
Kinda sounds like this guy wants to fuck an older woman. You didn't exactly make him sound unwilling.
Online misogyny is a global gender rights tragedy, and it is imperative that it ends.
Well, that was some pretty crafty wording. I mean, it's not like men have to put up with any misogyny online. None. Not even a little bit.
Girls and women's voices and our allies' voices are constrained in ways that are personally, economically, professionally, and politically damaged. And when we curb abuse, we will expand freedom.
Girls and women's voices and our allies' voices. So everyone's voices, except the men we reckon are cunts' voices.
So let's talk about our friends. White men.
Oh!
What about white men, you racist old f***?
You have a role to play.
Andy Warski had a role to play too, but you've just triggered the fuck out of him. Andy, you coming back, bruh?
I can't do it.
You can do something,
I can't do it.
or you can do nothing.
I can't do it.
Leave him alone. Move on, you sadistic fucking cow.
Since I joined Twitter in 2011, misogyny and misogynists have amply demonstrated they will dog my every step. My spirituality, my faith, being a hillbilly, I can say that, you can't. All of it is fair game.
Right.
And I have responded to this with various strategies. I've tried engaging people. This one guy was sending me hyper-sexual, nasty stuff, and there was a girl in his avatar, and I wrote him back and said, "Is that your daughter? I feel a lot of fear that you may think about and talk to women this way." And he surprised me by saying, "You know what? You're right. I apologize. Sometimes people want to be held accountable."
Bullshit, that didn't fucking happen.
This one guy was musing to I don't know who, that maybe I was the definition of a cunt.
Right.
I was married to a Scot for 14 years, so I said, cunt means many different things in different countries. But I'm pretty sure you epitomize the global standard of a dick.
That joke wasn't fucking funny, but I did take particular interest in the part where you said,
Cunt means many different things in different countries.
So it turns out cunt pretty much always means vagina, but my research did reveal some interesting cunt facts. The earliest known use of the word cunt was in 12th century London, where there was a street named Grope Cunt Lane. The US Air Force garrison cap is also referred to as a cunt cap, because of a cunt-shaped fold it features across the top. People who squint are often referred to as cunt-eyed, for obvious reasons. And it turns out that Australians of all types like to use the word cunt.
If the number one whinger in Australia was a reality TV show, Madam Speaker, there'd be no point in any other contestant entering it. Because if Bill Shorten entered it, he would win it. But it's time on Thursday night, the Leader of the Opposition has an opportunity, Madam Speaker.
The Manager of Opposition Business will resume his seat.
You're such a cunt.
The Minister will refer to people by their correct titles.
I will, Madam Speaker, I withdraw.
And that concludes today's educational journey into the origins of the word
Cunt, cunt, cunt.
Kind of a cunt.
I've tried to rise above it, I've tried to get in the trenches, but mostly I would scroll through these social media platforms with one eye partially closed, trying not to see it, but you can't make a cucumber out of a pickle.
What?
What is seen goes in, it's traumatic. And I was always secretly hoping in some part of me that what was being said to me and about me wasn't true. Because even I, an avowed, self-declared feminist who worships at the altar of Gloria, internalized the patriarchy.
Fuck off. I mean, with your millions of dollars and your successful acting career and your mansions and your 300,000 odd Twitter followers and your invitations to do gay TED Talks, I'm sure you're held right down by the fucking patriarchy. Give me a break.
Our boys are 2 to 3 times more likely non-consensually to share images.
Oh, well, that's just shocking. Now bend over while I red pill you about our girls. If you're not familiar with them, these two lookers are Yvette Cooper and Jess Phillips, both MPs for Britain's rabidly feminist Labour Party. In December of 2015, they launched a campaign they called Reclaim the Internet, which would enable people to stand together against sexist abuse, misogyny, racism and violent threats online. At the time of launch, Yvette Cooper commented, "If you're making rape threats and violent threats to kill people, or if it's persistent, targeted, deliberate abuse over a long period of time when people have asked you to stop, well, that's a bit like stalking." Now, as part of the campaign, Britain's leading cross-party think tank DMOS have produced a report looking into online misogyny. I've left a link to the report in the description. But in summary, they collected 1.5 million tweets containing the words slut or whore. They were then sorted by a natural language processing algorithm which detects and removes tweets where the word is being used jovially, as a self-identifier, or in a non-aggressive manner. You know, tweets about how good the slut walk was, shit like that. The interesting thing about this report is that of all the tweets that ended up in the misogynistic aggressive category, 50% were sent by women, 40% were sent by men, and 10% by users whose gender could not be identified. That kind of fucks up the narrative, doesn't it?
I actually pay someone to scrub my social media feeds, attempting to spare my brain the daily iterations of the trauma of hate speech.
Right, so all the hate and abuse and misogyny and shit you've been whinging about, you don't even see. Because like a complete spastic, you pay someone good money to click the block button for you.
Autistic people or retards often have a lot of trouble with loud noises. Oh, this is discombobulating. Loud noises!
We've seen that online violence is an extension of in-person violence.
No, it's not. So fuck off with that.
Fuck off with that.
And lastly, believe her. Believe her.
Believe him.
Having someone post a photograph of me with my mouth open saying they can't wait to come on my face.
Believe him.
Fuck, shit, piss, cock.